The City of Toronto may soon force taxpayers to pay for gender-affirming care for city staff. And this includes surgeries, hormone replacement therapy, prosthetic devices like fake breasts, gender-affirming surgical care, medication, hormone therapy, and even chest binders and voice classes. Remember when I warned that as part of the Canada Post strike, they were negotiating for gender-affirming care for their staff? So what are they negotiating, you may be asking? Well, among other things, they want benefits that include gender-affirming care and precautionary cessation of work for pregnant and breastfeeding employees. First of all, the word is pregnant women. Switching out women for employees is redundant, and it's just an example of the kind of woke language this failing institution is engaging in. And they want you to pay for their gender-affirming care? They've got completely delusional people who think they can magically change their sex with surgery, and they want you to pay for this, claiming it should be a benefit for them. Well, as if that wasn't bad enough, now all city employees could get access to gender-affirming healthcare benefits. Here's the proposal: trans-inclusive benefits, expanding health benefits for Toronto employees to include gender-affirming care. Gender-affirming healthcare is life-saving healthcare and can address the holistic well-being and health needs of individuals across the gender spectrum. There's nothing healthy or especially holistic when it comes to affirming people's delusions by chopping off their breasts or giving them breast implants. It encompasses a range of medical, psychological, and social interventions aimed at affirming an individual's gender identity. Ask yourself, what's the more loving thing to do? Tell the truth or affirm delusions? If you had a schizophrenic uncle who believed he could fly when obviously he can't, would it be more loving to tell him the truth? That if he tries, he's gonna get hurt? Or is it more loving to affirm his delusion and encourage him to continue denying reality, even if it might permanently damage him for life? People who think I'm being hateful don't realize it's actually more loving to tell them the truth. Access to gender-affirming care is crucial for promoting mental health, reducing the risk of self-harm, and fostering a sense of belonging and self-acceptance among 2STNB staff. Providing comprehensive gender-affirming care reflects a commitment to upholding human rights, equality, and dignity for all individuals, regardless of their gender identity. Let's get something straight here. There are only two sexes, there's no such thing as gender, but instead what you have is an infinite amount of personalities. Come on, Dan, you're so traditional. Can't you have an open mind about this? Sometimes it's important that you're not so open-minded that your brain falls out. A 2021 study found that non-access to gender-affirming surgery leads to a 73% increase in suicide attempts compared to trans individuals who can access care. A 2021 literature review found that gender affirmation surgery decreases rates of gender dysphoria, depression, and suicidality, and significantly improves quality of life measures. Now they're just blatantly lying. The Oxford Journal recently released their findings after studying 107,000 patients with gender dysphoria, and they found that those who go through with sex change surgeries as part of their full transition faced higher risks of depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts, and substance abuse. And that's after going through those procedures. The study found that males were 120% more likely to have depression and 388% more likely to have anxiety than males with gender dysphoria without surgical intervention. Females with gender dysphoria were 56% more likely to have depression and 48% more likely to have anxiety if they went through with their gender transition surgery. And these numbers should come as no surprise. Why? Because Band-Aid solutions don't address the root problem. But I'll address it right now. Beliefs do not dictate reality. If you climb to the top of the CN Tower and you sincerely believe that if you step off, you're going to be able to fly, that doesn't change the fact that when you do step off, you're going to have a very painful landing. Because the fact of the matter is, reality exists separate from our beliefs. And the challenge for thinking human beings with a conscience is that they have to get in touch with reality. That's why these kids go to university. It's the pursuit of truth. Whether that be in biology or physics or psychology or history. And if you answer on your test that 2 + 2 = 5 and your professor says that you are wrong, guess what? That's not bigoted of him. It's called being in touch with reality. The city's proposal goes on to say, including gender-affirming benefits to city employees is essential to ensuring that city staff are able to be their authentic selves at work and that they are treated with the dignity and respect that are core to Toronto's public service values. Providing these benefits to city staff will build on Toronto's proud history of leading the broader public sector in providing equitable and affirming benefits and policies that support 2S LGBTQ+ communities. We strongly urge that the city moves as quickly as possible to provide gender-affirming care benefits to union and non-union staff alike, and at a minimum, commit to supporting the inclusion of gender-affirming care through upcoming collective bargaining processes. So there you have it, folks. Is this really how you want your tax dollars being spent? Or do you think that these people should pay for it themselves? The answer to me is a no-brainer, but let me know what you think in the comment section below. And if you appreciate my efforts to bring you this information, please consider making a contribution at this Give, Send, Go campaign, or by visiting pressfortruth.ca/donate. You can do so by checking the top 2 links in the description below. So that's all for today. Please make sure you subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and don't forget to click that thumbs up button, share this video, and stay tuned, guys. I'm going to have more video reports coming soon, God willing. This is Dan Dicks reporting for Press for Truth. We all want truth. The truth will set you free.